welcome back to our Facebook Live video. And as you can see, we are outside with one of our special ambassador animals. We have our Florida River Cooter, Maggie. And Maggie's getting a little sun today. So this is enrichment that we do with our turtles. So it's not only fun for them to explore a new environment, kind of feel the grass between their toes, but it's also really important that they get some. So because Maggie is a Florida Plains River Cooter, she obviously lives in Florida. That's where she comes from. So Western New York is not the ideal. So Maggie actually used to be somebody's pet, and instead of putting her out into nature, which she definitely wouldn't survive harsh winters, she was lucky enough to have owners that surrendered her over to the aquarium to get a little extra special attention and fun on the particularly sunny days during the warmer months. So just like the sunshine is important for us to get that vitamin, important for Maggie as well. It does keeping their shell and their skin nice and healthy. And it's also enriching for them. So like I said, it's something different for her to do. She doesn't usually walk through grassy areas. She usually likes to swim, haul out on her basking rock underneath her sun lamp. So this is a little bit of a different environment for her to explore. Some different textures of the grass and the flowers that she sees. And also hearing all the noise happening around here. So you guys, I'm sure, are aware we do have a lot going on here at the aquarium. Even though we are closed, we're still caring for our animals. We're still working on making the aquarium better than ever. So a lot of things happening in and around the aquarium. So she's hearing all that noisy construction work. She's hearing traffic from the street right nearby. And she's looks like she's sniffing some of the flowers. She's definitely checking out those leaves with her face. She does like to feel things with her face. We've noticed with Maggie, if she wants to check something out, she'll rub her face on it and really get a good idea of what it is. So like I mentioned, she's a Florida Plains River Cooter. These guys would naturally live in Florida, and they would live in swampy areas along rivers and ponds. She loves to eat her veggies, so she does lettuce and carrots and zucchini, even some fruits every now and then. And of course loves her earthworms, fish, shrimp, all different kinds of foods that we offer her. She's a very enthusiastic eater. Now, one of the things that we like to talk about with Maggie is some of those adaptations that make her a turtle. You got a little leaf here. So, Maggie, you can tell, is a turtle because if you look at her feet, webbed toes, she's got claws on those toes, so the webbing helps her to swim, and the claws, or the nails, actually help her to climb out onto rocks so that she can get some of that sunshine.
Why does she have stripes on her face?
So that's actually a form of camouflage. So while she has her head out looking around, being predators, that's going to help keep her hidden. So it's camouflage. And then with their shell, a lot of people like to kind of see what they, where a lot of times turtles can take off their shell when they get home from a hard day's work, but not the case with actual turtles. So this shell is a part of her skeleton. Underneath the shell, and her ribs come off of that spine. So this is a part of her body. It's part of her skeleton. So she's never going to leave this shell. It is for her protection. So we not only have the top part called the carapace, but she also has underneath called the plaque here. Kind of hard to see while I'm holding her. But these are made of keratin, is the outer part, but it is also bone because it is part of her skeleton. Now, we noticed her feet are one of the ways that we can tell she's a turtle. So it's different from tortoises. Tortoises have larger, kind of stumpier feet. They don't really have nails to climb. And Maggie, being a turtle, can pull herself into her shell. So we saw her kind of tuck her head back a little bit. She's very curious, so we don't really see her too much tucked into her shell. But they can pull their body parts in, their head, their front legs, their back legs, even their tail. They can kind of tuck it into their shell to help protect them. Whereas tortoises can do that a little bit, and actually sea turtles would not be able to do that at all. Sea turtles, like Maggie, do spend a lot of time, pretty much all of their lives out in the ocean, only coming up to breed. But they won't be able to pull those really long front flippers into their shells.
Now, how long can Maggie live, and do turtles make good pets?
So Maggie, we're estimating, is in her 20s or 30s. She's been with us for quite a few years. But average lifespan for this particular species is around 40 in their natural environment. So with her kind of getting a little bit of extra attention and extra care here at the aquarium, she could well outlive that lifespan.
And do turtles make good pets?
So it depends on your level of commitment to your pet. So like I mentioned, Maggie was surrendered because her owners, didn't realize she got to grow this big, live this long, and they don't just need a small tank with a little bit of water and a rock. They need lots and lots of care. They need a lot of room for swimming. They need a lot of filtration. Their tank gets cleaned at least a couple times a week. They can be pretty dirty animals. So a lot of care goes into turtles. I like to tell people that there's really no such thing as an easy pet. So you do have to do your research when looking into getting any sort of pet, whether it be a turtle. Of course, cats and dogs, a lot of people have and know that they do require a lot of care. But even some of your smaller animals that you might find at a pet store, they do require really specific care. So it's a lot of research, and commit yourself to taking care of this animal for its entire lifetime. They do make very, very good pets. Any other questions? Alright, well, we're probably going to let Maggie hang out for a little bit longer enjoying the sunshine, but we do want to thank you guys again for joining us on our Facebook Lives. I know a lot of you have been joining us every day, and we do appreciate your support. So be sure to check out for any updates of the website as well, www.aquariumofniagara.org. And we hope to see you guys again soon on Facebook Live. We'll be seeing you again later on this week. And if you have any questions in the meantime, just comment on the video and we'd love to answer them for you. Thank you guys.